position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the draw. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
Trying the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Timeout, Georgia.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down.
221 wing, 221 wing.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Four base bait.
To the air, it's Banks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Wide out trying to get it in. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. He wants to change this route. Was to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7th.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
On the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The give is to Williams. Got enough for the 1st down. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The toss to the right. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Georgia on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical...
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is
turning it on. The 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Banks. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Third down coming up. 6 remain.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target over the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Banks. Snares it outside, it's Averill. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Connection to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's just a timing route. But if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Averill. Touchdown, Aggie. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's not going to make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Williams. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Dogs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 25. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity.
Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Texas A&M going quickly. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking to throw, it's Banks. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Smashes through the tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jones wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Williams. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Inside the 30. There he goes! Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia Southern. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Abram. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Texas A&M going up tempo.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Catch in the middle. It's Applewhite. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking downfield, it's Banks. That's wheeled in. It's Abram. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Finds the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him and weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
How about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, they're so strong, but so quick, so they can beat you with speed, or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in, and you saw that right defensive end come off the end and make the sack.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
On fourth down, looking to pass. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Back to pass, it's Banks. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They extend this lead With unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Jones wants to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Quarterback making checks. He'll set up to throw. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
Well, there's no quitting this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Jones to throw. Makes the grab.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Down he goes. He tried to get out of trouble, and this defense wasn't having it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field. Then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
They'll run it from the gun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Jones wants to throw it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Gets the back moving. Jones to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And they're trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's the heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Jones wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On the move. Got a little space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, saying go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion. He gets the big first down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Jones to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Wants to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here. Probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
And that sure feels like too little too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for 2 here. Jones wants to throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. First snap of this drive will come from the 36. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum.